I'm just curious, what is your strategy to work with a franchisee who's just checked out? Like, how do you re-engage them where, they've been there for 10 years, they're doing things the same way, the brand's progressive, they're trying to get everybody on board to make a shift, and they have a franchisee that even though they've got 10 years experience, they've really got 1 year they've repeated 10 times.
Yeah, so it might sound obvious, but you got to have that hard conversation. It's not even a hard conversation. It's why are you doing this? Like, what's your why? It always comes back to the why, right? So what's your why? Well, it could be, I'm just kind of happy making 80, 90 grand a year because I don't really have to do anything. I can drive my kids around to their activities and all that. Now, if that's the case and you can't find a why and a motivation, then you have to have the conversation of stagnation isn't an option. You're tying up a market, and that's not fair to to the rest of the brand. The way that you're operating, you're negatively impacting their investment. And so maybe it's time to talk about helping you get out. And if that perks them up, and then they're like, well, no, actually, I don't want to get out. Okay, well, then we've got to level up how we're operating. But often it really is just that they've lost track of their why, and that, right. And it changes too, right? So like originally they got into it because they thought they were going to do this, and now they've had kids, and they want to be able to raise enough money to put their kids through university or college or whatever. Like, let's get you re-engaged. Let's reverse. And this is what we're seeing in people that are using our methods, is that the franchisees are showing up. Their engagement is increasing. That's one of the metrics we track.
For me, and I've run a marketing agency for decades too, and people always ask me, well, how do I increase conversions? How do I increase awareness? And I always tell people, lead with benefits. If you want to get someone to do something, it goes back to their why, right? Their why is their benefit. If you can't connect to their why or the benefit, they're not going to, you can give them all the strategies, but you got to connect to the why.